Hi guys and girls, and welcome back to Zenith Minis. My name's Greg, and today we are taking a look at how important it is to be comfortable while you are painting your models. For me personally, it is super important because I spend probably too much time at my desk painting my miniatures and producing content. Plus, a few years back, I was in a little ice hockey collision that resulted in spinal surgery, so I really need to be looking after my lower back. But in all honesty, before the surgery, I didn't really give it too much thought. I just used to sit out in the kitchen on the hard chair, painting for hours at a time and just enduring the pain. And after looking at a lot of online communities like Reddit and Facebook, it seems that backache is fairly common amongst painters. So what can you do about it, and what should be your first step? So one of the first things to consider is the chair you are sat in, because this will either support or hinder your posture. So I spent some time researching chairs that were ergonomically designed to support the back, neck and elbows, and after looking at some reviews I came across a company called Abrocco, and they produce gaming chairs called the Atom GT and the Atom RS, and what's great about them is that they offer back and neck support as well as fully adjustable armrests, and they come in a black edition as well, which includes extra features as well as a sleek black and carbon fiber look. So overall it checked all my boxes and I wanted to find out a bit more. So I reached out to Abrocco and they very kindly sent me two chairs to review. The first one is the Atom GT that retails at £149 and comes in 5 different colours. The second chair is the upgraded RS Black Edition that retails at £179 but comes with some extra features as well as that sleek black carbon fibre upholstery. So guys, what we're going to do today is assemble and unbox the Black Edition, talk about all the notable features, and then I'm going to let you know if these gaming chairs are suitable for comfy miniature painting. First up, we're unboxing the RS Black Edition. Everything arrived well packaged and quickly through a next day courier, and each component is wrapped in foam or bubble wrap, and both chairs were immaculate coming out of the boxes. After removing the base and the back of the chair, you'll be left with the lumbar support cushion, the neck cushion and the seat. Now we're starting to assemble the base of the chair, and the Black Edition comes with a heavy duty metal base which feels strong and is a nice touch for the more expensive chair. However, I don't want to do the GT Grey a disservice, as the lightweight plastic base that came with that model also felt very sturdy and durable. At this stage I was expecting to have to go get my tools out to attach the wheels, but they just pop into their sockets with a little force, which was much easier than what I was expecting. Once the wheels are attached, all you need to do is drop the central cylinder in and then pop the plastic cover on top, and you're all done with the base. The next few steps require fitting some bolts, but everything you need is included in the box and is easily identifiable using the instructions that come with the chair. Now we're fitting the underchair bracket that holds the tilt mechanism and the height adjuster. While all versions have a tilt mechanism, the Black Edition comes with a multi-setting rock tilt mechanism, which is why the underside is manufactured differently to the regular RS and GT models. To fit the bracket, you'll only need 4 screws from the pack and then secure them using an Allen key that's included as well. I always aim to go corner to corner as I'm tightening, but just make sure that each bolt is secure before moving on. And lastly, you'll just need to attach the handles that control the tilt and the height, and all you need to do is simply slide these over the metal prongs. Now you'll need to attach the armrest to the side of the chair. This part was initially a bit fiddly to do, so I just propped the underside of the seat up with a box which gave me some extra height to work with. Again, you only need to attach 4 bolts to hold in each armrest, and these can be slightly adjusted to make the width between armrests wider or narrower. You'll want to make sure that each bolt is nice and tight before moving on to the next armrest. Once the second armrest is secured, it's time to attach the back of the chair. This was the only part of the build that I felt a second person would have been quite helpful. It's a little tricky to align the back of the chair with the brackets on the side and then attach the bolts, but I did manage it on my own after a bit of trial and error. I'd recommend getting the bolts loosely threaded in both the left and right brackets first before fully tightening, as doing one before the other can pull the chair out of central alignment and make it more difficult to attach the bolts on the opposite side. Again, only 4 bolts were needed at this stage, so it ended up going a lot quicker than I had anticipated. Now you just need to finish tightening the screws on the opposite side and you're all done. Next, you'll need to drop the chair onto the base, and this was a very simple step. All you need to do is align that central cylinder with the hole under the chair and drop it onto it. There's not much left to do now, so we're going to move on to the final few things. For the plastic covers, you'll just need the last 2 screws in the box, the provided screwdriver and the plastic caps. Snap the bottom part in place and then fasten the screw in the central hole. After it's secured, attach the plastic caps to cover the holes. Rinse and repeat for the opposite side, but remember that the bigger plastic cover is designed to go over the reclining handle casing on the right. Lastly, you can fit the neck and lumbar support if you require it. For the lumbar padding, take the elastic clips and run them through the gap between the seat and the back. Next, take the opposite clips and pull them through the gaps at the top of the chair. And then clip them in place around the back of the chair, and you can adjust the padding up and down depending on where you require the support. For the neck padding, just pull the clips through the gaps at the top and then clip behind. With that, the chair is completed. Overall, the build was generally easy and actually pretty quick. The instructions were clear and everything you need comes in the box. Now that the chair is built, let's talk about some of the features. It's not a feature as such, but one thing I immediately noticed after building both chairs were how stable and sturdy they were, and not to discredit my advanced building skills, but the process was easy and it was quick, so you could maybe expect a wobble here or there, but I've been using the GT for well over a week now, and in all honesty it is very well designed from both a manufacturing and assembly standpoint. And I know Abrocco use strong steel frames throughout all their products, so it means they haven't compromised on quality in order to achieve an easy build process, which is great to see, especially at a price point below £200. Now let's talk about the actual features. So the standard GT and RS models have a weight capacity of 130 kilos, while the Black Edition comes in at 150. So just for reference, I am 70 kilos, so you can quite comfortably fit two of me on the Black Edition with 10 kilos left to play with. Both models come with 4D armrests, which are absolutely awesome for painting. They can be adjusted in 8 different ways, moved up and down, rotated left and right, slid forward and backwards, and also horizontally as well. I used to just rest my wrist on the edge of my desk, which wasn't the most comfortable, and it wasn't the most stable either, especially when painting precise details. But what I can do with this chair is adjust the height of the chair and the armrest to the exact height of my desk, and by resting my elbow on the armrest gives me an extra point of stability. And the foam that the armrests are made out of is really comfy as well, plus there's a grip on top, so it stops your hand or your arm from slipping off the armrest and potentially making a mistake. There's also a lever on the side of the chair, and that controls the recliner, which goes from 90 to 180 degrees. Using this with the tilt or multi-tilt feature allows you to fully adjust your chair, and I've got to admit it is quite therapeutic just to be able to recline all the way back after making a particularly devastating mistake like spilling a pot of Nuln Oil, just to chill out for 5 minutes before you start cleaning it up. And also having the tilt feature is quite beneficial for those of you who enjoy to lean occasionally into your painting, and I tend to do this when I'm painting a particularly detailed part or when I want a bit of a closer look. But all models can be locked in the upright position, but the Black Edition comes with the option of allowing you to lock into a tilted position as well between 90 and 135 degrees, which again is great for those of you who like to lean into your painting. Combining that with the heavier base and upgraded carbon fibre upholstery, I feel like that's enough to warrant an extra £30. However, with all these features, levers and buttons, the one thing that is missing is a guide showing you how to operate it all. And I spent a lot of time with the website, and while it discusses the features in quite a lot of detail, there's nothing actually on there showing you what each button does or how to adjust your chair. And even though I spent a lot of time with the chairs trying to figure it all out, it would have been really beneficial just to maybe have something come in the box, perhaps on the reverse of the instructions, or a digital download on the website. Now let's talk about the aesthetics, and in my honest opinion, each chair looks absolutely awesome. Each chair is upholstered using durable PU leather, and the RS and GT models come in a choice of 5 different colours, while the Black Edition comes with that carbon fibre look that we've already spoke about. So they definitely look the part, especially if a sporty racing car inspired seat is your thing, and it looks and feels like they've been made using high quality material, especially the piping and embroidery that make each chair really stand out. So we've covered off the features and we've talked about some painting applications, but what is the final verdict? Well, these chairs are designed for lengthy gaming sessions, but they easily double up as a great chair for painting miniatures. I felt comfortable even after hours of painting, and I really utilised the 4D armrests, which I feel are one of the chair's best features. Being able to adjust them to better support your painting hand really allowed me to paint more in the upright position and less hunched over my desk, and I can guarantee you your spine will thank you for that in the long run. Another big winner for me was the lower back support in the form of our lumbar cushion. That really helped me maintain a good posture, especially when I was using the tilt and the rocking mechanism to lean a bit more into my painting. It meant that I still had a bit more back support than I would if I was just hunched over my desk, so that was a really great feature. Another good point is the cold cured foam seat, because I sat in it, as I mentioned, for hours and I still felt really comfortable, and at no point did I feel the back pain that I would usually feel, and in all honesty it was probably the most relaxed I've felt painting in a long time. I also went to PC World to check out some of the gaming chairs, and for the price, a Barocco seems to come out on top. Granted, I didn't have as much time to spend with those chairs, and quite a few demo models have been torn apart by the hordes of kids that come in to play Fortnite on a Saturday, but the only chairs that seemed to offer up any competition were between the £200 and £250 mark, which is at least £30 more expensive than a Barocco's most expensive chair. And the only criticism I could seem to find was that the product doesn't come with a simple user guide, which is a massive shame because the assembly instructions are clear and concise, and I feel like the product would really benefit from an online or something in the box that tells the user how to operate the chair. But that is a minor bit of feedback for what is overall a great product that has already got a lot of positive reviews online. So if you are a painter looking for a comfortable, sturdy chair that will support your posture, your spine and your brush strokes, then I highly recommend you check out Abrocco and their Atom range of chairs. Guys, that is the end of today's review. Really hope you've enjoyed. If you have, drop me a like, leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and don't forget to check out my Patreon as well. There's a link for that in the video description below, along with Abrocco's website. As always, we got a lot of great content coming up, so really hope you'll join me for that. But until then, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.